Parents who are alienated are always asking me, should I give up or should I fight for my alienated child? And this is a normal thing to ask because when you are alienated, you are mourning the death in a way of a child who's still alive. You get very little sympathy from your friends or family, and then you might spend tons of money, time, and effort on going to court. In a way, if you're lucky, if you can afford to go to court, because many parents can't. And they try court, lawyers, reading books, dripping love, amends letters. Does any of this sound familiar to you? And after years of trying, they're still not getting results. And at one point they say, should I give up or should I continue to fight? Or maybe you have some contact with your kids, but your kids are nasty and mean to you. You can't discipline them. You can't really be a parent. You're always walking on eggshells. So before we jump in, because tonight's call is juicy, like this video, share this video right now. I want everybody to put in the chat right now. So like this video, share this video, and now put in the chat if you are feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is I want to give up, 10 I want to fight, and 5 is I'm not sure. I'm doing this on purpose so that way, you know, we can keep a little secrecy there for the people who want it. So put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to give up, 10 if you want to fight, keep fighting, and 5 if you're unsure, anywhere you are on the scale. And on this live, I'm going to get into whether you should keep fighting or whether you should give up. But most importantly, I'm going to get into a third way of how you can rekindle a relationship with your children without giving up and without fighting, which I think is very exciting. And I'll be taking your questions later. But first, why on earth should you listen to me? My name is Ginger Gentile, and a lot of you know me as the director of the Erasing Family documentary. I've been in this space for over a decade. I was married to a man who was alienated from his daughter. He's since reunited, so I got to see as a partner what it was like to be an alienated dad, but also I'm the child of high conflict divorce, and I really wish my parents had the skills to not make the situation as traumatic for me, because what they did was respond without the skills. And I ended up, and I talk about this in Erasing Family, rejecting both of my parents until I was able to heal. But for me to heal as an alienated child, it took me years to realize. I actually made a whole movie about this before I realized I was alienated. Could you imagine working on a thing for 4 years, thinking it had nothing to do with your own life? Right? Then I became trained as a coach, and for the past 2 years I've been working on reuniting families, and it's my mission to make this the last generation that deals with parental alienation. So I want to see your comments. So let's see what people are saying. So, wow. Maria says 100% contact with my child, but they are mean. So Josh Grant 1 wants to give up. Maria 5 doesn't know what to do. Mike 1. Katie 10. Natalie 5. Sandra Highland 9.5. Nancy Jakes 9. 10 if possible. Raymond 1 and 10. I hope you make sense of that. I totally do. We go back and forth a lot, Raymond. I'm getting a 4 and a 10. Who here is just like totally confused about what to do or feel like everything that they do isn't working? Put that in the chat. Like tell me what you're doing that isn't working right now for you. Let's talk about the cost of fighting for your kids. What's a lawyer? $400 an hour, $500 an hour, $300 an hour in the US? And you might need expert witnesses in court. You might need psychological evaluations. You might need supervised visits. You might need, even if you're pro bono, if you're pro se, not pro bono, pro se representing yourself, you need to file paperwork. That has a cost. You need to take time off work. You become an expert in the law. There's a cost. Sally, you're saying that's what I'm in for is the third option. Okay. Now, so people put in the chat what my lovely mommies and daddies, nothing has worked, no contact, no way to reach them. Yes, Raymond, I totally understand you. So what's so powerful about this is that we are doing everything right. We show up, we fight, we show them we love them, we send them messages, and it gets worse in a lot of cases. The professionals don't seem to help. Has anyone here been burned by reunification therapy? Put that in the chat if you've been burned by reunification therapy. Now, there are some good reunification therapists out there. I actually know some of them, but so many of the people I work with, they have reunification therapy, and one of two things happens. The reunification therapist says, I'm so sorry, this is so tragic, but I can't help you. I wish I could. Or they're like, I'm not letting you see your kids because I think this is all your fault. Right? Someone says, yes, therapist said, I was the one who needed help. Definitely, I've been burned. Yes, 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 same here. Nothing I can do can melt my daughter's coldness. She's 16, won't answer to my texts. I see her once weekly. Some people are giving up. Emotional cause, massive debt for legal fees. Are you turning to fighting for your child in terms of the legal system, or not giving up and not count? I'm talking fighting. I'm talking like, I'm going to court. I'm going to try everything. I'm contacting them all the time. I'm doing all the things. I'm reading all the books. I'm in 100 support groups. Whatever fighting is to you, right? So we have the emotional cost of fighting, right? It's expensive. It's time consuming. It often doesn't work. We feel like we have to jump through hoops and we're always getting blamed for something, right? You care too much about your kid and that's weird. You're stalking or you abandon them, right? Now, oh, someone said something interesting. Have you noticed that Tina Smith in One Mom's Battle has attacked nearly everyone in the community of PA professionals, but she's never attacked you? I don't know her. I mean, I've seen some of her videos. If you notice what I do, I'm all about healing and finding the best results. And often it goes against some of what's out there in the community, because everything I teach and want you to learn and take away today is the only thing I do is copy what has worked for somebody else, right? Like if you're going to start a business, you copy a successful business. You don't copy a failing business. So everything I teach is all about healing and letting go. And also, it's getting a little off topic, but why not? The alienator was probably an alienated child who has unresolved trauma. The problem that we need to solve is the family system. But before I get into that, I just give you a little taste. What's the cost of not doing anything, of giving up? Waiting until the kids figure it out? What's the cost of that? Well, the cost is, one, it's not that easy. So many parents say, I'm about to give up, and they don't really. So they go back and forth, they oscillate. So we're neither fighting, we're neither giving up. So we neither have this possibility of actually changing things, but we're also not getting any results because we're disappeared. We're actually, I work with a dad, I said, I was alienated, and I said, you actually abandoned your kid because you haven't tried to make contact for 30 years. You're estranged, not alienated. I still worked with him. Because I don't blame anybody, right? This is all about healing a system. We're all blameless and we're all to blame in a way. But what's the cost of giving up and just waiting? One, it's not that easy. A lot of parents say they're going to do that, and within a day or two, a week, they change their minds. Two, your child needs their mommy or their daddy. They need you. They need their other family members. They need to know where they are in the family system. They need to know their identity, okay? So they need you. Just as much as you need them and miss them, they need you. They need a healthy parent in their lives, and you're that healthy parent. Three, often doing nothing doesn't work either. Kids don't figure it out on their own. So what are I'm hearing void, pain, me on hold. My kids are third generation alienated. You get tired. You have to, a piece of you dies, continue to lose and not moving on with your life, right? So a lot of parents say, I just want to move on with my life. So what is this third way that I'm talking about? The third way is neither fighting, going to court, trying everything, reaching out every day until you get a restraining order, I'm going to prove, I'm going to show. And it's not giving up, which is saying, I'm going to pretend like my kids don't exist, or I'll think about them every once in a while, or I'll try to reach out every 5 years and just move on with my life. The third way is to seek everything that you can control, which is your mental health, your communication skills, building back your best life and focusing on that, while sending love with the intention to reunite and planning for the eventual reunification. Let me say that again. So you're not giving up, you're actively preparing for the new relationship to be built. Because so many parents who are alienated say, how do I contact my kid? That's the easy part. Even for those of you who are blocked, there's some tricks to that. What's hard is rebuilding the relationship. And if you are still traumatized, which is totally natural from all the pain that you've suffered, plus your kids are traumatized, who can lead you out of the woods? Nobody. So by focusing on rebuilding your life, rebuilding your skill set, if you are in contact with the kids and the alienator, changing the way you communicate with them, making the conflict die down, because here's one thing I've totally learned. I see over and over again. Kids will not reunite with the alienated parent if there is fighting and conflict still going on. Because they will either reject both parents or they will cling to the more powerful parent. And newsflash, if you are being alienated, you are the least powerful parent. Right? So Mark Smith, wow, 23 years. So Sanjay asked, what is this drip love ideas from another person who's like always sending them messages about how much you love them, reminding them of memories. I think we all do this in some way. But a lot of parents say, I've been dripping out love for years and it doesn't work. It's because we can send the best crafted text message. But if you don't have the skills to deal with the traumatized kid when they come back, if you don't have the skills to deal with the alienator who's traumatized, if you don't have the skills and the strategy to attract them back like a magnet, I can write the text for you and won't work. But when you're healed, it doesn't matter if you don't write the best text in the world. Getting a lot of people saying that they like how this is phrased. Now, the hard part is how, if you have been traumatized by the situation, and you most likely, if you've attracted this in your life, you probably experienced trauma as a child. This is something that's very hard to cure on your own. What you need is help, action, accountability, and strategy. So I want to ask people in the chat, who here is willing to spend 1 to 2 hours a week to reunite with their child? That's 1 to 2 hours a week learning new skills. Put me. I'm hearing yes. Mark Smith, I need your help, Ginger, for the next phase to get my daughter in my life. Who here can spend 2 hours a week? Now, it's okay if you can't. Now, if you say, Ginger, I'm too busy to spend an hour or two learning new skills, learning to release trauma, trying new things. I want to stay where I am. I totally get it and I respect it. I'm not here to convince anybody to reunite who doesn't want to or who really isn't ready or who doesn't want to put in a little work. That's not what I do. 8+ hours, okay. Michelle, me, Raymond, me, yes, absolutely. Okay. Getting a lot of me's, okay. So now remember, I was a kid who went through this, okay? So one of the first things we need to show up with is honesty with our kids, right? We need to be honest with them. So who here is willing to try new things? Who here is coachable? Put in the chat, I'm coachable, if you're willing to learn new skills and can be coached. Now, if you're someone who just wants to convince someone that everything you've done is right and there's no way you can improve on what you've done, you're not coachable. So write in the chat, coachable. Let me see if anyone's writing coachable. Getting some people. Okay, so this is interesting because when I ask who here is coachable, okay, I have about 4 people. Jeffrey Pawlowski, I'm a spineless jelly, so I'm guessing that's you're not coachable because you can't take action, you can't stand up for yourself. Or you could be coached to be less of a spine, to have more of a backbone. Because our kids need us strong, right? Let me see who else. Coachable, coachable, coachable. Okay, so a lot of people are saying they're coachable. It's okay if you aren't. Not everybody is. Okay, a lot of people, great, okay. So, who here is willing to follow in the steps of other parents who reunited? Right, follow the steps if you can. Now, if you think your steps are the best and there's no room for improvement, don't write follow the steps. Now it's dropping down. Now everyone's like, maybe I can't follow the steps. Anyone capable of following the steps? Let's see. Anyone else? Okay. Follow steps. I'll follow the steps. Okay, I'm getting a lot of people who are saying that, oh wow, a lot of people are claiming that they'll follow the steps. But each time I ask these questions, it goes down a little bit, okay? That's okay. Okay? Reuniting, the way I teach how to reunite, you will feel peaceful. You will know you're not making a mistake, but there is some work involved. I know we're all busy, so it's not a crazy amount of work, but it means like 2 hours a week, willing to be coached, willing to do some lessons, willing to try new things, take some notes, and then actually apply these skills in your real life. And I have some people who I'm coaching on the call, everyone says, this won't work for me, then they try and go, oh my God, your stupid techniques work. Okay. So, who here, so Danielle, you're honest, I love it, okay, so people are saying they're willing to follow the steps, great. Who here would love to get advice from ex-alienated kids who have reunited? They're all over 18 and they're also coaches. Who here would love to get advice from ex-alienated kids who have reunited? One even was abducted and reunited. One, after all the crazy stuff he went through, is now married and waiting his first little baby. Who here would love to talk to alienated children? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, definitely like to hear from the kids. Sally said that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, so here's the good news. In about 10 minutes, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, 5:30 Mountain, 4:30 Pacific, I'm going to get on a call with about 8 parents. Maybe there'll be more, but they all signed up after the Facebook Live last night for my group coaching program and the roadmap course. What this is it's 3 months of lessons that you can take anytime. They're all recorded on video. Each week also has a meditation to rewire your brain. And it goes from everything from turning hopelessness into hope, learning what the alienator really wants to get at, becoming a magnet to attract your kids back, how not to fall into traps with reunification therapy, how to know what your kid is saying, how to communicate differently. And then with the coaching, you get me and other kid coaches. I call them my kid coaches, even though we're not kids. No one's under 18, but we're all kids, right? That you can actually ask questions to once a week. And the calls are recorded, so if you miss a call, you will be able to follow that. So who here is interested in that? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put the link to sign up in the chat. If someone wants me to send them the link to them right now, just say group coaching and I'll see in the chat and I'll send it to you, okay? So let's see. So Cal, you're asking what just went on. I'm telling people that in about 10 minutes, I'm getting on a call with about 8 other parents who signed up last week for my roadmap and group coaching program. So I invite everybody to sign up right now. We have 10 minutes. I'll take your questions while I'm sending people the link to sign up, because you're going to get access to me and in other sessions to 2 amazing kid coaches, and I'm getting more every day. So Josephine said yes. So let's see who else said yes. Group coaching. Okay. So Michelle Delaney, I'm sending you the link in a comment right now. Okay. Just click on that link to sign up. Let's see. Sandra said group coaching. Okay. I'm sending you the link, and there it's also in the description of the event. Group coaching. I have Cal. Okay, great. So we only have 10 minutes. So you have to, right now is the time to sign up, okay? So if a bunch of people want to sign up, Linda Decker. You can also go in the description, okay? Carol Ann Christensen. Group coaching. Who else needs the link? If you can't find the link, so I have Josh Grant said yes. Awesome. Sending you the link, Josh. We've been talking for a while. I'm glad to see you taking action. Raymond, yes. Okay. Sending you the link. While I'm doing this, put your questions in the chat. Danielle Derman, okay. And also remember, if you can't find the link, it is in the description of the event. Mark Smith, sending you the link. Okay. Jeff Cormer. Awesome, sending you the link. So I'm sending you the link, I'm replying to your comments, okay? Carol Ann, yes, okay, cool. Who else? Who else needs the link or help with this? Let me see, I have 4 new comments, okay. So Shadow Side, what if you've already purchased the program, separate info for coaching? So for the next 2 weeks, if you are already a roadmap member, I will give you a 20% discount, which covers the price of the roadmap that you paid for before when it was just a course, okay? If you purchase it and then you send me the receipt later, I'll send you the refund later tonight or tomorrow because we don't have a lot of time. Let's see. So Sally Phillips asked for the link. Okay. Who here needs the link? So let me see. New comments. Okay, great. So while we're doing this, does anyone have a question? Jeffrey Pawlowski, can this work without family systems therapy in place? So I think therapy is great. I work with one person, you, to make the change, because what often happens with family systems therapy is you need to get everybody in the room together. And if the therapy isn't done right, then it just becomes like this pain expression thing, okay? So I work with a parent who wants to create a change, and only one person is required to change a family system, and that's you, the person who wants to, right? So we have 5 minutes. So anyone else? I'm hearing Katie. So Shadow Side, you're going to sign up. Great. Let's see. Katie Ichner, I'm sending you the link right now. It's in a comment. So here's going to sign up. So Sandra Highland can sign up later once we've done with other coaching programs. Yes, Sandra, but right now we have the special introductory price. As we get more and more people, the price might increase. So I would suggest signing up now so you can get in. So my suggestion would be to do this in addition to your other coaching programs, but of course you can sign up whenever you want. Mark Smith. Does this course help even though there is an order of protection in place until the year's 2028? So Mark, I think this course will help you with the mindset and preparing for 2028. But if you need to get rid of that court order, I'm so sorry you have such a court order, that you need a lawyer for and a legal strategy. I do not replace a lawyer or a therapist. I am a coach, a kid who's been through this, who's helped other parents, who's teaching you how to repeat these steps. That's all I'm doing. Maria said unable to afford at this time. Maria, I love what you said, at this time. Because that is, Maria, I love that, at this time. Maybe next week, because people who want to invest in themselves and in getting their kids healthy, you always find a way. So I love at this time, not I can, I never will be, at this time. Because maybe tomorrow your luck and your financial situation changes. When we need to do something, we find a way. So I love that. I love what you just said. Okay. Anyone else? I'm going to see who has signed up so far. So once you sign up, I will give you the link. Okay. Okay. So we have about 4 minutes left. So I've had about 10 people ask me for the link, but I haven't seen anyone pay yet. Who here is having trouble paying for it right now, needs some help? If not, you can also do it next week. So we have a few minutes until the group session starts. Who here is planning on paying for this right now? Because I'll wait for a few minutes to start the session. Let's see, who else? See. Sending some messages to people. Anyone need help paying with the link or have any technical questions? Anyone else? So Katie, I'm sending you the message. So remember, for those of you who said you were willing, and you said you're willing to do all this stuff, are you willing to take action today? If you have a question about the program or unsure, I have 2 minutes left before I have to get on the call. So I'm just sending the link to people who need it. Anyone else have any questions? I see a few more comments. I'll get to everyone in a second. Let's see the new comments. So Sally Phillips. So Sally, there are 12 sessions because it's a 3-month program. If you miss a session, you can watch it on video, and then you can extend later. Melissa J. Vaughn, where can we see testimonies from parents on Facebook? You have to go to my website, and on the homepage, reversingparentalalienation.com, you can see testimonials, and I'll be adding some more testimonials later. Okay, let's see who else. Okay, Mark Smith, hold off now next week. Sally Phillips, what's the structure and schedule? So Sally, we meet every week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Any other people? So I'm going to give you the testimonials, anyone else, because I'm going to have to get on to the call. Okay, well, I hope to see some of you on the call. If you haven't purchased already, but you purchase in the next few minutes, we will be able to do that. So everyone's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I just got confirmation that 3 people just purchased. So I will be sending you the link right now where you can join the call. Literally, we are starting right now. This is so exciting. I'll be monitoring my email, so you still have another minute if you want to get on the call that's starting right now. We'll be doing this every week, but remember, prices will most likely go up in the future. So take advantage right now of the low introductory price, okay? Let's see. Anyone else before I get off the call? Karen, okay, send a message. I'm just going to send a message to the people. I hope, Karen, I'm sending you the link. Okay, great. So we're going to end the call. Thank you so much, everybody. See you soon. Bye.